everyone, my name is Sanjana Kambhammettu. I'm a junior and a level 3 member.
I'm Vishista Chittalooru, a sophomore and a level 2 member.
I'm Swara, Repala, a freshman and a level 2 member. We are all members of the Hickory Ridge High School chapter of FCCLA and are competing in level 3. We are also the co-founders of Aence.
Since a very young age, I had taken up science, arts, and crafts. By doing this, I realized that I have gained knowledge and found new ways to expand my creativity and wanted to share that with children. This led me to come up with the idea of starting an educational platform where we combine science and art to enhance learning.
Throughout our own educational careers, we have always been kinesthetic learners. Physically applying concepts and classroom discussion help students attain full comprehension of knowledge, which has always been difficult to attain, but even more so due to the pandemic.
With this, we've distinguished our concerns. A. Learning content in school but failing to fully grasp it. B. Virtual classes not providing interaction. And C. Lack of enrichment in children.
Firstly, learning content but failing to fully grasp it. Most children do not benefit from lectures or spoken information. A study done at Murray State and St. Louis universities found that hands-on techniques do aid in increasing learning and lead to overall higher testing scores. They also found that lecture methods led to the lowest overall scores of any method used, showing that without applying the knowledge they've gained, students' retention declines.
Our second concern is that recently, attentiveness has also become a significant issue. According to the United States Census Bureau, about 93% of households with school-age children have reported that their child engaged in some form of distance learning. This newfound gap between students and teachers due to COVID-19 is causing students' attentiveness to decrease.
Our third concern is lack of frequent enrichment in children. Most children are more likely to spend time on a device rather than participate in a stimulating activity, and the CDC reports that children aged 8 to 10 generally have about 6 hours of screen time per day.
Technology can be useful in learning. However, it's shown by William T. Blow's research, who is a former nurse and teacher at City University London, that between the ages of 5 to 10, though most of the brain synaptic connections are already in place, they need reinforcement to establish permanence.
These concerns have led us to identify the need for a learning platform that supplements content learned in schools, engages children, provides enrichment, and incorporates teaching for all learning styles. According to the research we conducted, 83% of parents felt that their child's school did not use methods of teaching accommodated multiple learning styles. And here, 91% of parents felt that their child would benefit from a style of teaching which did cater towards multiple learning styles.
So, through the creation of a free virtual educational platform, we aim to enhance children's critical thinking skills by exploring science concepts while doing related craft activities. It has been proven that when used together, science and art can increase innovation in children's minds. According to a former professor at the Cape Peninsula University of Technology, thinking as science is actually stimulated by artistic activity. So, with this type of teaching, we wanted to reach many children, create an environment that pushes them to produce innovative ideas, and allow them to gain exposure to important topics.
Our goal has been to influence children's lives in their childhoods. Our program is geared towards children between the ages of 4 to 10, as this is a significant time for them to gain exposure to different topics and deepen their critical thinking skills. In order to do this, we decided to host a virtual winter camp, which we hope that at least 50 people would sign up to attend.
Using knowledge gained from parents' input, we first formed a concise plan by thinking of concepts, crafts, and creating deadlines and itineraries as seen on the board. We've also decided to design a website, which would be our place for session signups, to advertise our project, and to help collect records of people that signed up.
In class, all that the kids needed were common household items and internet access. As teachers, we had to be prepared to adapt to any situation, changing the way that we explain things and our timing based on what the students needed.
For example, we had activities like additional Kahoots and games lined up at the end of our sessions if time permitted. And there were also sections such as the summary that we could make shorter if needed.
For winter camp, we invested in a business Zoom account to give children more attention in specific breakout rooms, along with unrestricted time within the meeting, which were options not offered through other platforms. This was the best option for us so that children could have enough time to interact with each other, learn new concepts, and work diligently on their part.
Therefore, Aence was born, and we began our journey to start our camp. In this 2-day event held on December 21st and 22nd, 2020, the three of us worked together to conduct 4 virtual sessions where we made several crafts and explained the relevant science concepts, as you can see in the following clip.
It doesn't matter which side you fold. Whichever side you think looks the best, you can put that on the top.
So like this?
Yeah, like this. So you have a corner. So, and then we're going to cut. So we're going to cut a design on the edges.
Our main task prior to the winter camp was to prepare content for the 4 crafts we would be making, which were the sleep cycle diagram, melting snowman activity, chromatography flowers, and moon face slider. We first made the prototype for the craft ourselves and then made necessary tweaks and adjustments after to be best suitable for the children to create. We also made a blog post for each craft, which contained a preview of the session, as well as images, templates, and the corresponding science presentation for the students and children to reference. In addition, we prepared interactive activities like polls, which were integrated into the lesson, or a competitive game that was played at the end of the session.
Once the content was prepared, we created multiple flyers to be published to our website and social media pages to spread the word, as shown. As people signed up, we sent out a welcome message through email, and email was the main form of communication to parents. During camp, we utilized the feature of breakout rooms to create smaller subsections, which is a way to form more personal connection, as shown in this clip.
Accordion, stand up the zigzag, put it on your coin, and then make a little me character, okay? So do you see my me character?
Yeah.
So you could draw like a stick figure or anything like that, so you could just tape it to your coin, okay?
In our opinion, our project was successful. Surpassing our goal of having 50 kids sign up, we received over 94 signups. Before starting to conduct our session, we surveyed parents and asked them what they would like to see from us. This interaction showed us that they thought that having their children attend our sessions would be beneficial. We took all of their inputs into consideration and sincerely thank all of these parents for their remarks.
In our first session of camp, we learned new things about what takes children more and less time to do. Things such as assembling and gluing pieces together took longer for them, but things such as coloring took less time. There were also variations in time taken for some, such as drawing and cutting. Due to this, our sessions ran long.
We combated this by shortening the conclusion and review portions of our session. However, we ran overtime and let kids and parents know, but most decided to stay afterwards for the Kahoot. We then used this experience to adapt and change our itineraries a little bit. During the 1.5 hour break that we had before the next session, we made improvements by slightly shortening the session. This worked for us and we were able to conduct the rest of our sessions timely.
During class, the kids showed their interest by interacting with us and their peers. They were very excited and responded thoughtfully to any questions that we asked them regarding with the session and any real-world connections that they were making.
According to feedback received from children's parents, they look forward to sessions and have a good time, as seen in these quotes. 82% of parents agreed that their children were achieving a deeper understanding of concepts than they would at school, and have said that they show this by talking about topics all the time and talking about it with their friends. These pictures show the children's crafts. We appreciate all the students who attended, as well as their parents, and aim to continue to merge science and art to foster creativity and critical thinking in children.
We aim to do this through a summer camp in the future, replacing child development concepts that we have found to be successful, such as the usage of crafts and videos to aid teaching, as well as friendly competitions.
In conclusion, Aence was created to fulfill a need for teaching geared towards different learning styles, which have continued to go unaddressed within our community. We sought to provide a platform that integrated science and art into an engaging format, promoting critical thinking. Based on our insights, we succeeded and look forward to continuing to use this knowledge to advance our platform.
One skill that I improved upon during our project is my public speaking ability, as it is important to be as clear as possible when talking to children. I will be using this skill in school when giving presentations and in any future career that I go into.
I learned the importance of planning, as our platform Aence requires heavy organization weeks in advance. I'll definitely be using the skills I gained in my future careers and in school.
Our project has really taught me the importance of patience, as children can sometimes have a hard time understanding concepts and instructions, which results in us having to re-explain and reteach them in different methods. So I'm very grateful for this experience, as I believe that this is a skill that I could use throughout my future career.
A major obstacle that caused kids challenges were the materials. We addressed this by making sure that necessary items were accessible household items and thought about creative substitutions. For example, when a popsicle stick was needed, a straw or pencil could also be used.
Wi-Fi was a challenge for kids within our class that we addressed by making our content available on our website. We uploaded blog posts containing everything which would be covered, so even if internet connection made it difficult for children to attend, they could do it afterward.
And communication online may be an issue, as we know that some kids are uncomfortable in settings with new faces, especially during an online environment. But we addressed this by being welcoming and incorporating many interactive elements into our sessions, which made the kids form connections between each other. Thank you.